What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Marek, and I'm here with my beautiful wife. Oh yeah, it's just me. So as I'm recording this right now, Kothney-Issa is actually in New York City with her sister, but we are both super excited about reaching 1,000 subscribers, and we did this in only 120 days. So I wanted to create this video to help other creators on the platform with some of their goals. Now, to our loyal subscribers and our regular viewers, we know this is not the normal type of video that we would do, so we actually made this video for you guys to watch. And you can get to it by clicking right here. Now, of course, you're welcome to stick around, especially if you like seeing behind the curtain of all of the things that go into the YouTube process. But like I said before, this is really going to be geared more so towards other creators here on the platform. Oh, and in case you guys were wondering how I'm doing without Kothney-Issa being around, well, it's been tough. Sorry guys, I'm good. I'm back now. So let's jump into the video. As you probably already know, there are tons of videos just like this one about how to grow on YouTube already on YouTube. So my goal today is really to actually share some things that no one else is talking about. Real, tangible items that you can walk away from this video with and begin implementing today. I've got 4 main topics for you today. So grab your laptop or your notepad or however you jot down ideas, because there's a lot to cover. I'm also going to be challenging you to take some very specific actions, and I would love it if you would share your plan to attack these challenges down in the comment section below. Now, in case this is your first time on our channel, we respond to every single comment. So I'm not just saying this to get you to leave a comment down below, but this is legitimately a great opportunity for you to get our feedback on your ideas or your thoughts or plans moving forward. And we truly believe that there's power in putting your goals in writing. Part of that is what helped us pay off $125,000 worth of debt in only 24 months. But that's another video for another time. Did you see what I did there? So the very first point that I want to make is don't keep your channel a secret. Now this one should go without saying, but I've seen people talk about this, and I think that there's some people that feel a level of like shyness or embarrassment if, you know, people that they actually know in real life know that they have YouTube videos and see the videos. The flaw with this thought is that somehow if their subscriber base is just made up of strangers, that it somehow makes it different. But in reality, you never really know who's watching a public video. And ultimately, if you're on YouTube, especially if you're on screen in your videos, you're kind of putting yourself out there. So you kind of got to put yourself out there. So share your videos on Facebook, share them on your Instagram, tell your family and friends that you have a channel. This can work numbers in your favor. Here's an example of how this actually worked in our favor. We actually made a teaser video before we ever uploaded our first YouTube video. Once the first video went up, people already knew what our channel was about. As you can see here, we gained 35 subscribers on our very first day. And just to drive this point home even further, if you look close, you can see that to this very day, this September 10th day still holds the title for most subscribers gained in a single day on our channel. I know it's hard and it can feel awkward at times, but I'm telling you, being your own biggest cheerleader on YouTube is absolutely essential when you're in the early stages of your channel. You have to kind of create your own buzz until people value your content enough that they'll do it for you. So point number 2, I want to talk about thumbnails. Now everybody says, create quality thumbnails, create quality thumbnails, create quality thumbnails. But what does that actually mean? So for us, this is what we do ourselves. We actually challenge ourselves to tell the entire story of the video with the thumbnail only. We basically pretend like titles don't even exist when we're creating our thumbnails, and we want to make sure that the viewer understands completely what the video is about just by looking at the thumbnail. Here's a couple of examples. The reason that we do it this way is because the natural progression of the eye for the viewer is to look at the thumbnail first. If that piques their interest, then they'll read the title. And if that still keeps their interest, that's when they'll click on your video. But all of this happens in a split second. So you want to make sure that you're making it as clear as possible for the viewer when a thumbnail of yours pops in front of them, that they know what to expect from your video. Now, of course, the title does matter. It absolutely matters. But challenging ourselves in this way, it forces us to be a little bit more creative with our thumbnails, and it makes us focus and streamline the video idea. If we can't paint the picture of what the video is about, at least partially, with only the thumbnail, this tells us that our idea is not yet simplified and is not clear. Sometimes when this happens, we'll actually go back to the drawing board on the whole video idea. So the third point I want to talk about is Facebook groups. A lot of people will tell you to share your video on different Facebook groups. And while I definitely agree with that idea, I want to take it a bit further, a step that I don't think many people really talk about. When you're sharing your video in a Facebook group, it is absolutely essential that you do two things. You have to establish credibility, and you have to qualify your video. So what do I mean by that? I'm saying, don't just go in and say, hey guys, check out my latest video, or hey guys, go watch this video, subscribe to my channel. The honest truth, nobody cares about your latest video. Nobody cares about my latest video. What people care about is what brings value to them and brings value into their life. So you basically have to, number one, help them see that you're credible in the subject matter that you're speaking about. And then number two, you have to show them why it's important to them to watch the video, not why it's important to you. Give them a good description. Sell them on why they should be watching your video when there's so many other things on the platform, or so many other things that they could be doing with their time. Asking of somebody's time is kind of a lot to ask. And if you can't think of a good reason why somebody should watch your video, it's going to be pretty hard to generate views. And by the way, while we're on the subject of value, if you're getting value out of this video so far, go ahead and smash that like button for me. So let me take you through another example so I can show you specifically what I'm talking about with credibility and with qualifying the post. So here's another video. Oh, that's actually the same video I already showed you once. I'm really trying to get you to watch this, aren't I? But anyway, in this video, speaking about credibility, we were trying to hit the credibility piece right from the very beginning with this thumbnail and title. So basically, we wanted people to look at this and think, dang, they paid off that much money in that short of amount of time? Dang, they paid off everything that's in this picture? That was what we were going for right from the get-go. But what do I mean about qualifying the post? Well, when we did this, we were actually following Dave Ramsey's principle. So naturally, I posted this video in 5 different Dave Ramsey related Facebook groups. And when I went into the post, I described the video, talked about the value that the people would get out of the video, and basically told them that this is an encouragement, which is all the truth, by the way, but told them that this is an encouragement to help them as they walk through baby step 2 themselves. I also posted this video in a group for small YouTubers called Small YouTubers Boost on Facebook. But do you think I went to that group with the same type of approach that I went to the other groups with? Well, no. These people aren't looking to get out of debt. These people are trying to learn how to grow their YouTube channel. So how do I make this video about debt freedom relevant to this group of strangers that wants to grow a YouTube channel? Well, what if getting out of debt actually freed up more of their finances so that now, instead of working as much, they can actually take that time and focus more energy and effort into growing their YouTube channel? Well, now all of a sudden I've got their attention. Let me show you how this worked for us. So I really don't have any way to prove this other than my memory, but I want to take you to the analytics page of this video. As you can see on the graph, this spike right here happened when I posted and qualified this video across the Facebook groups that I mentioned. This small little upward line represents about 500 new views to this video. It doesn't look all that significant because the video as a whole went on to perform really well on our channel and now has over 4,000 views. But if you look close, you can see that this video was on pace to be right alongside our other typical videos before it shot straight up in almost a completely vertical fashion. This was crazy for us because at the time, we had never seen this kind of growth on a video in such a short period of time. So the fourth and final point is to collaborate, collaborate, collaborate. And if you're trying to grow fast, this is one of the most important pieces to that. So congratulations on making it this far in the video. Work with other YouTubers, big and small. Everybody that does videos on how to grow on YouTube talks about this, but I've yet to see one video where the person actually breaks down how much a collaboration can grow your channel. Well, let me be the first. But before we get to that, you might be thinking, well, wait a second, how do you even get collabs going in the first place? It's very simple. You reach out to other creators, whatever that looks like in your specific niche. But it's important to remember that how you reach out is just as important as reaching out in the first place. And I know what people are going to say, but if they're big and have a ton of subscribers and I'm small and just have this little bitty channel over here, why would they want to work with me? The problem with that thought is that it makes the comparison as though the trade-off is exposure for exposure. The trade-off is not exposure for exposure. The trade-off is content for exposure. They have a very large following and they are going to be providing exposure to your channel by working with you. But on the flip side, you're providing content for their already monetized YouTube channel. And I'm not saying that this is going to work every single time you try it. I reach out to so many different people with so many different ideas that I never hear a word back from. But the times that it does work, it really makes it worth it. The most important thing about how you reach out to other people is you should always do it with a serving mindset. So, hey, here's how I can provide value to your audience. Hey, I'd really enjoy the opportunity to bring this information to your base of subscribers. You should always be thinking about how you can serve that creator, how you can serve their audience, what you can do for them. And it's not like they're stupid, like they know that it's bringing exposure to your channel. But sometimes YouTube is really not as competitive as we always try to make it. Building relationships and partnerships takes time, it takes energy, it takes effort, but it's extremely rewarding, both for the numbers and just for your overall experience as a creator. If you persist with this, especially if you have good and quality, valuable content on your channel, when people see you in a collab and they go to your channel, they'll enjoy it. They'll want to stick around. That's the most important part. You can bring people into your channel all day long, but when they get there, if there's really nothing to keep them there, there's really nothing worth watching or sticking around or subscribing for, then you're really kind of wasting your efforts. All right, so I want to get into this actual example of what a real life collaboration did in terms of growth for our channel. But before I do that, let's get the conversation started. Hit pause on this video just for a second and go down to the comment section. Drop the name of your niche, like what type of video do you make here on YouTube, and what are some types of collab ideas that you usually see within your niche. Follow that up by speaking specifically about some ideas that you have in your head for how you could serve someone else's audience, or how you could reach out to a bigger YouTuber or a YouTuber of your similar size, and how you guys could work together within your niche to create something awesome for both audiences. So drop that comment down below real quick and then come right back up so that you can hear this next story. All right, so here's an example of how powerful a collaboration can be. And bear with me for just a second because I have to kind of give you the little short backstory so that it'll all make sense. So 2 years ago, way before we even had our own YouTube channel, we were actually at a tiny house festival in St. Augustine, Florida. And this is where we met Alexis and Christian. Some of you guys might already know them from their channel, Tiny House Expedition, here on YouTube. But anyway, we met them at the fair, we're talking with them, chatting with them, and we're telling them when we leave the festival, we're actually going to be moving into our own tiny house for the very first time. So they were excited for us and happy for us, and they said, hey, we're actually going to be in your city next week. Can we shoot a couple of videos with you guys? We were super excited. We said yes, and we shot a tour video here in the house. That video went up on their channel and ultimately went on to gain about 200,000 views. Now remember, we didn't even have a YouTube channel at this time. So fast forward to about 3 weeks ago from today. So like mid-December that just passed. That video was around 209,000 views, and it actually shot up to over 280,000 views. So those additional 70-ish thousand views that the video got actually almost immediately drove 300 brand new subscribers to our channel. Probably many of the people that are watching this video right now. If you've been around for a while and you pay close enough attention, you might have noticed that on our own, we slowly kind of climbed over our first 2.5, 3.5 months from 0 to 700. And then when we got to 700, we literally shot up to 1,000 in a matter of I want to say 10 days. It was literally 10 days. This all came exclusively from that partnership. I'm telling you guys, I don't know that for sure, but I follow this stuff. I pay close attention to what we do and how we move on YouTube, and I look at everything, and I'm telling you, the only thing that was different to take our daily subscribers from about 5 a day to 30 a day was the spike in this video's views. That was the big difference right around that exact same time that our subscribers started shooting up. And then multiple people actually left in the comments and said, hey, I found you guys on Tiny House Expedition. Hey, I just saw you guys on this channel. So that's what made me actually go and look back at that video. And when I went back, I was like, this thing was at 210 and now it's at 280. I'm like, this is where all of those subscribers were coming from. This is the power of collaborations. And also, let's think about this a little bit deeper. We didn't even have a channel at the time. So that first 200,000 views is pretty much all missed opportunity, right? Because it's a year old now, or however old it is, 2 years old now. And so, those people, they're probably still paying attention, but it's not like they're necessarily going to just pop up and find us all of a sudden, right? Imagine if we'd have had our channel at the time that we shot that video. Imagine if our channel itself was actually mentioned in that video. Remember, because we didn't have it, there was no mention in it. All of these people that are finding us now are finding us solely because of a pinned comment that Alexis and Christian actually typed out and put at the top of their comment section. People are seeing that comment after they watch the video, and they're finding our channel that way. So think about how much greater this could be, with the timing of different things and when we would have started our channel. We're not mad about it. I'm just trying to illustrate the point that, this is powerful. It's powerful to get in front of somebody else's audience. This is one of the primary ways to help grow your channel. These are the kind of things that you got to be kind of thinking about and navigating and trying to, make the right connections and make the right friendships and partnerships and things like that. Not only just for the growth, but also just for the relational aspect like I spoke about earlier. Now you might be thinking, well, what if I don't run into YouTubers in real life? That's a very fair challenge. In fact, this is a pretty rare situation, but that's where social media comes in. We've got so many other collaborations lined up for this year, and in fact, 2 of them are just later this month. The collab with Tiny House Expedition is the only one that was actually organically generated, I guess, in real life, person to person. Everything else came from social media and just reaching out to those that we admire and trying to work with them and trying to provide value for them. Once you get that collaboration in effect, again, we want quality content so that once that traffic comes to your channel, there's a reason for people to stick around, a reason for people to subscribe. But once you actually have that collaboration out and it's published, the comment section on that video is a great place to let people know that you exist. Like I talked about earlier about creating your own buzz and kind of being your own biggest cheerleader, especially in the early stages of your channel. That's a great opportunity to do it. It literally puts your channel just one click away from the viewer. So this is a person that just watched your video on this other channel. Not only that, but they also decided to take the time out, go down to the comment section and leave their thoughts about the video. Who better to subscribe to your channel than that person, right? But you don't want to be spammy about it. You don't want to say, hey, here's my channel, go subscribe. But if they ask a question, answer it. If they give you a compliment, thank them for it. It puts your face right there in front of them, and then they're like, wait, huh? Oh, that's them? Hold on. And then there you go. And if they want to subscribe, they can subscribe. If they don't, they don't. But you're just giving them the option. You're taking away the friction. You ever get on Amazon.com and the checkout process, from when you first get on the website to putting something in your cart to check, it's smooth. The less friction, the more likely you are to buy. You want to create the same type of energy or I guess method when it comes to your YouTube channel and internet traffic. And by the way, I'm not claiming to be an expert in any of these matters. Kothney-Issa says that I share my opinions like they're facts. So I hope this video doesn't come off to you that way. These are just my thoughts. This is just my experience within my first 4 months. I'm a channel with 1,000 subscribers, which to some people that's a ton of subscribers, but to a lot of people And rightfully so. I mean, it's just the very beginning. Like, we're just getting started with this. So I don't think I'm an expert. We've only been doing this for 4 months, but I just get excited and happy, like, because I love seeing other people win. That's why I light up so much when I talk about debt freedom. Like, I like to see other people be successful with, you know, whatever it is that they're working at. Ask Clint, you got anything else left to say? No. Well, Wifey has spoken. You tired? Yeah. She's ready to go to bed, guys. So we got to get out of here. If you don't have anything else, it's been fun. Make sure you leave a comment down in the comment section below. Accept the challenges that I offered in this video. Like, I want to hear about your thoughts and everything that I spoke about in this video. So be sure to leave a comment down below. Be sure to leave a like. All right, gotta go. Love you guys. Love you.